Coming to you live from the midst of a worldwide pandemic. It's Lucy Wood. This is Monday morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. How's it going? The world's a fun place right now, isn't it? Sorry for once more just disappearing off the face of the earth for the past couple of weeks. I really need to cut that habit. I've been a bit all over the place, really. I went back up north to see my family for a few days a couple of weeks ago, and then since then my channel's just kind of fallen to the wayside, and there's been so much going on that it's just, I don't know, things have been a bit all over the place. Hello! Guess who's working from home?
Pretend like I'm not here.
Gonna be seeing a lot more of Adam in these videos for the foreseeable, because Adam is working from home for the foreseeable, so can't wait for us to kill each other.
Not even here.
It's been a long time since you've been in one of these properly. That's the first step in working from home, is bothering to have a shower, so you're doing well. What are you gonna do, some kind of magic trick here?
Not even here.
Is it gonna be one of those things where you drop the sheet and you disappear?
Ignore me.
You're not gonna say hi?
Yes, Ella. Look at me.
That's alright, look at me. This is what it's gonna be.
Hang on. Oh, gang's it. It's like a reunion episode.
Ah, end of season. I hope it's not the end of season.
Killed me off, but I'm back like Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, so this is our setup right now. So Adam is literally working from home indefinitely, aren't you?
Yep.
His office was just like, right, well, see ya. Adam's office is very central London, so it's actually really good news that he doesn't have to commute on the tube and the trains and everything. But it does mean that he'll be featuring heavily in the vlog content from now on. It's not just me and the cat anymore. You'll probably be very pleased to know.
I mean, cool things like sitting on the sofa with a laptop.
Yep. Occasionally getting dressed.
Occasionally.
Maybe.
Isn't that nice? There you go. Whoop.
Anyway, so that's what's going on right now.
See you later.
Yeah, so the little unexpected hiatus that's happened, I'm really sorry about that, and I don't even really know how it's happened, to be honest. It's just been a couple of weeks where there's been so much happening. I went back up north to see my family, and then since getting back from that, everything's just gone loopy, hasn't it? I mean, the world is literally crumbling at the seams. And then I went to Disneyland Paris, and I've been editing those videos, and as Disney magic goes, I mean, it really wasn't Mickey's finest hour. We had a lovely trip, but the day after getting back, it hit the headlines that coronavirus had also been enjoying a lovely weekend at Disneyland Paris. Very luckily, don't seem to have caught said life-threatening virus just yet. Although we all know, if you're at the top of your prime and the height of life, you could well just be an incubator. So that's good. Everything's just great. I am so lucky that I work from home anyway, so technically my quite reclusive, isolated loner life isn't really changing that much. In fact, it's very nice to have Adam around. We had a little coffee in bed this morning, and I thought, this quarantine thing ain't so bad. So I'll round up this little intro segment by saying hello again. I'm sorry for disappearing. I really missed you. It's just been one of those things of waiting for brand approval. Some personal time at home with my family, a little bit of holiday, all combined at once with a worldwide crisis. And now we're going to return to normal service, because I feel like everyone just needs a bit of normality, really, don't they? Because what the hell is going on? Anyway, if I can make it across this insane junk room, I'm going to grab a towel and have a shower. Oh god, this is going straight on the list of projects to complete during quarantine. If you've just started working from home this week and you're on the lookout for some top tips of how to remain productive at all times, if you read any articles or see any videos of anyone telling you to wear proper clothes and put shoes on, just remember that they're losers. What's the point of working from home unless you can just be comfortable at all times? So this is today's work from home look. My Disneyland Paris jumper, which is about 90 sizes too big, and some Christmas Grinch shorts. Productivity, here we are. The new office.
Got my receptionist holding all my calls.
Hi, I'm here to see Adam Bull.
So he's incredibly busy.
She's like, sorry, he's too busy. Right, I'm gonna get my laptop and then I'm gonna do some Disney editing.
Nice.
I think it's down here.
It is down there.
Just where everyone keeps their laptop. On the floor in the basket of blankets. Tea delivery.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Still a novelty having someone else here with me right now. Still making you cups of tea and enjoying it. Right, let's go and do some work, shall we? Let's not be the least productive one in the house today.
I probably sent like 3 emails.
How dare you? It's 12 minutes past 9. So, okay, on to house stuff. I feel like this would not be one of these videos unless I had a few little new bits and bobs and a few little updates to show you how I'm getting on. And we've got some new little gems, which I'm really excited to show you. As a YouTuber, one of the coolest feelings is when you open your inbox and you find an email from a brand that you genuinely love. It is literally like the best feeling in the world. And I was absolutely buzzing the other day when a website called Fi got in touch, because I've had my eye on their website for a very long time. They are full of so many beautiful homeware bits. So I've got a few new additions from there to show you today, which just looks so perfect in our living room now. There is one thing in particular which I am so excited to show you. And I basically just booted Adam out of the living room and ruined his lovely sofa setup so that I can show you all of this to its full potential, because I feel like it just looks right. Like, this new big addition that we've got is a rug, and I feel like it just looks so right. Let me show you the rest of the house. Not looking quite this cute, but I've managed to make this corner of the living room look very lovely, just so I can show you all of this new stuff. So if you haven't heard of Fi, it is literally one of my favourite websites to sit and browse through, because there are so many beautiful things on there. And I actually had a few of their things bookmarked on my laptop before they got in touch, so it was really exciting when they reached out to see if I wanted to tell you guys about them. So Fi is a homeware website. They also have an app as well, which is really cool. And I say homeware, but there is pretty much anything you can think of on there. There is homeware, soft furnishings, prints, they do jewelry and accessories. Basically anything cute that you love to shop for, you will find it on there. And rather than just being one brand on there, it is a whole selection of thousands of different curated brands all in one place. Oh, hello. And independent creators, which is really cool, because it can be quite hard to try and find like unique pieces for your house, but Fi makes it really easy to find really special pieces that really look like they could belong in your home, which is exactly how I feel about the bits that we've picked up from them recently. Really kind of unique designs that really appeal to me. A lot of them have like a bit of a retro flair going on, bit of a vintage style, and it can be quite hard to find designs like that on the high street and the more kind of obvious places that spring to mind when you want to shop for homeware. But Fi is perfect for just finding that something that's a little bit special and a little bit unique. So anyway, I'm going to show you the few bits that I've picked up. I think most of them are in here, and then there's one in the kitchen as well. So I'm going to dive in with the main thing, which has honestly just made this room turn into the room that I wanted it to be, if that makes any sense. Drum roll please. The main new addition to the living room. I feel like you're all my kind of people who'll get equally excited about this, but we have a new rug. And I didn't know it was possible to fall head over heels in love with a soft furnishing in a living room, but here we are. So you might remember before this one, if you need a little bit of a reminder, pop over to the old vlogs and check it out. But we had kind of like a beige coloured rug on here, which I did really love, and I loved the design on it, but I felt like it wasn't quite the right vibe for this room. Whereas this beautiful one that I found on Fi is just, this is exactly the rug that I had in mind for this room. I'll come around here to show you a little bit more, but it is the perfect size just to slightly fit under our sofa. It doesn't go all the way back, but I really like the way it just tucks under the sofa and then extends out a little bit, but not too much, so that you can still see quite a lot of our floor. I mean, I'm not really too up on my technical terms when it comes to rugs, but I guess this is kind of like a Persian style. And as soon as I saw it, it just immediately jumped out to me on the website. I just love the really rich kind of red tones to it, but it's not too overwhelming, because then like the neutral colours seem to match the floor really well. And then there's like a lovely little pop of this like light blue colour. There's a little bit of navy in here. I mean, we all remember those red curtains that were up there, so I was a little bit worried about the red and green together, but I just think it's absolutely perfect, as I've said 10 million times. So this is like the main thing. I feel like it's just completely transformed this room. Actually, it's really changed it to be the vibe that I wanted. It feels so much cozier. Then next up, I bought this cat. Then you might have spotted these two little jars on the table here. So these are the next things that I picked up from Fi, and as soon as I saw these, I loved these as well. If I hold these up to the light slightly, they've got like a very kind of pale orangey pink tone to the glass, which I just think is really beautiful. So I opted for the big size in that one, and then also got the little matching small one as well. And then these lovely wooden lids have like a suction fitting to them. They're really airtight, so I think we could use this as like a little biscuit jar or something. This is one of those things where I bought them and I knew that I wanted them and they'd look lovely, but I haven't quite figured out what they're going to be for yet. I was thinking it might look cool to have like sweets in here or something, if we had like this filled with like little M&Ms or something, and then maybe we could use this as a biscuit jar. I don't know, I need to have a think about that. If you've got any ideas for what I could store in my new pink jars, please please let me know. And then over on the end of the sofa here, oh, every time I catch sight of this rug, I'm just head over heels in love with it. Over on the end of this sofa here, I also picked up this little basket, which I thought was lovely. It's really kind of neutral tones, which goes lovely in this room. It's got these little statement tassels all the way around it. And I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick this up, but it's got a very fine, like, gold thread running through it. I've never really seen one like that before, where there's just that tiny little detail of gold running through it. So I thought that was really beautiful. I've decided to use it as a little craft basket. So I've got my embroidery in there, doing a lot of crafts while we're stuck in the house. So I've got my embroidery and my cross stitch in there. And I think that's a really cute little way of just like keeping all my little crafty bits next to the sofa, so I can just reach for them when we're sitting here in the evening. So I've just been kind of popping that down here next to the sofa and the coffee table. And then the last little new addition that I've got to show you is Adam's favourite. He loves these. So these are actually in the kitchen in our little coffee corner. And next to our coffee machine here, it is this little set of espresso cups, which, how cool are these? These might well be the coolest thing that we've ever owned. So it's a little set of 6 and each one of them is a different Pantone colour. And this is the bright set. I think there was also a pastel, but I thought for our house and our vibe that the brights were really cool. I love the yellow one. We need to get a nice little way to display them, but absolutely in love with those. If you've got a pal that's into design or maybe does graphics or art or something, this would be the most amazing present. And I just love that they're a little splash of colour. So I think they're a really cool addition. They're a nice little pop of colour in a kitchen that we haven't really made our own yet. I love this little corner. I think that's pretty much all I've got to show you for the house today, but that rug especially, as soon as I saw it online, I was like, that is the one. I'd been hunting high and low for the perfect kind of vintage style rug, and turns out they're really tricky. They're really tricky to get right, and I'd ummed and ahed over a couple of them, decided on that last one, but it never really looked quite right. But this one, this is the one. So if you do fancy popping over to Fi to have a little look and see what you might be able to find that would be perfect for your home. I mean, we're all going to be spending a lot of time in our homes at the moment, aren't we? So it feels like a good time to make it cozy and lovely. So if you fancy having a browse through Fi, I'm going to leave a link in the description box down below, and if anything does catch your eye, that link in the description box is going to give you up to 20% off, and that discount is going to apply for 72 hours from the first time you click it. So you can click on, have a little browse, see what you can find, and then you've got 72 hours to use that discount, which is great. I'm hoping you really like the new little additions. I love having a little like mini homeware haul every so often in these videos. So that is today's one, a new rug, which I just think is the coolest statement. I just think it looks so much cooler. It's made this room infinitely cooler. It's probably the coolest thing about me. Big fan. She's also a really big fan of this sofa. Spends most of her days chilling out on here now. Having a wash. Okay, Adam's working from the sofa office. I've taken the desk today. We might end up swapping later down the line if he gets fed up of having a laptop and cat on his lap at all times. I'm gonna have a look at my workload and see what needs doing. I know I've got to finish the Disney vlogs, so I think I'll just crack on with them to start with. I need to check up and chase up a few jobs that I've got going on through my management, because I've got no idea if they're even still happening. Like, I had a massive job booked, like a travel related one. That got cut. So along with that, I don't really know what these videos are going to be at the moment, because I can't be popping in and out to get things for the house. Trying to limit going out as much as possible, obviously. Can't be just popping to B&Q. So yeah, I don't really know what these are going to be full of, but maybe today we'll just have a little work with me type setup, like a study tuber, but people who are way too old and their uni days are just a long distant memory. Sorry if you can hear any weird background noise as well. A couple of houses down, looks like they're getting some kind of work done on the house. There's a load of scaffolding going up. So if you can hear a load of clanging and rattling, I promise it's not my insides. Do you know what? I haven't even had any good, interesting emails for like a week now. I think everything's just like on the back burner until the world figures out what the hell's going on. I feel like I was really flippant about everything earlier as well. Obviously just trying to crack jokes all the time on here. Anything for a laugh on this channel. Obviously it's something that we are taking very seriously. Before anybody gets annoyed with me in the comments, I promise we're taking it very seriously. If you're using me as your news source, I'd recommend not doing that. I'd recommend some scientists, but just as a general PSA, which I feel, you know, I have a responsibility to do, wash your hands, stay in as much as possible, and avoid other human beings at all costs. I've just about finished the first Disneyland Paris vlog, I think, so I'm thinking I might put it to go live tonight. Maybe. I mean, maybe 50 minutes of Disneyland Paris is what people need. So I'm going to have a little think about that while it exports. And very exciting lunch today. desk lunch of tomato soup. I've got a little mate keeping me company. Hello. You're enjoying everyone being at home, aren't you? At least that's one good thing. How are you getting on? This is a professional professional setup and stance at the desk today. Caught red-handed.
Why have you got to call me out like that? I have 2 hours more to do. And this is simply not helpful.
The only thing I haven't updated you on so far is that we were due to have an online food shop today. And we were so pleased with ourselves because we put it in just like a normal food shop, as any normal person would in normal circumstances, just in time before things went crazy, didn't I? So I was like, oh, got in there, that's great. And guess what? Got a phone call from the Tesco driver and he was like, "Hiya love, I've just gone to the door there to drop off your shopping and they said you don't live there." Sent it to the Wirral.
Unbelievable.
I sent the food shop to the Wirral, so now we have nothing. Well, we have a few bits, don't we?
Yeah.
And we've left it to the point where there's nothing left in the shops because we thought we were going to be alright.
And you can't order any more
And
food.
there's now a 3-week wait to do an online shop. So don't rely on me for your apocalypse needs. As soon as I answered the phone and he was a scouser, I was like,
Welcome.
It's been a while since you've been in charge.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I haven't been in charge since I was in Florida.
Well, sadly we are not there. Very much not there.
Locked in a house for the foreseeable.
But the plus side of that is I'm playing Pokemon.
Look who's decided to play Pokemon on the Switch.
This was your doing.
I wanted to play Call of Duty, so I said to Lucy, "Why don't you play Pokemon?" And
I now see why this was thrust upon me.
You're loving it.
I'm loving it though, it's so good.
What have you got?
Well, I've just got myself a Vulpix, who is my favourite of the retro Pokemon. So I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with that. But I've just beaten this sucker, so...
Was it like...
Schoolgirl Kaylee.
Oh, not bug catcher Tom, whatever his name is.
Do you know what I would say though? If you don't have a Switch is like the best thing to buy while we're all stuck in the house.
Yeah.
It's so good to have, isn't it?
My mate's just bought one.
Yeah.
Tom.
Like for Mario Kart as well. That's such a good time killer.
Mario Kart. I'm not going to completely nerd out, but the Zelda game on the Switch.
Oh yeah, you loved that, didn't
Lucy
you?
literally lost me for about 2 months.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
Every time you get a new game, that's what happens.
If
the worst one was that cowboy game.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption.
It just didn't speak to me. I'd be like chatting away to Adam and just wouldn't get any response.
She'd talking about, be silent for about 10 seconds, they were like, "Will you say something?"
That's what our
had to go.
evenings are now. This is what it's going to be. But that's okay.
Worst ways.
You're living your 14-year-old dream.
Worst Call of Duty and a girlfriend.
And your own sofa.
Those two things seemed an impossible task
bowl full
10
of
years
crisps.
ago. So I think we're going to have some risotto.
Yeah, time for some dinners.
Got some food to reheat.
Right, let's go and sort out some risotto. Good vlogging, well done.
Thank you very much. That's some of my best work to date,
Yeah,
I
it was.
think.
Deserves a little clip. So on tonight's menu we have leftover risotto, because we're all about the batch cook at the moment.
Yeah, leftover sausage, pea, leek.
Delicious. My little craft basket earlier from Fi, and I thought I would also show you the craft that I'm doing at the moment. So this is the little embroidery project that I'm working on. What a granny. I subscribe to this every month myself. This isn't an ad, and it's like a monthly craft box that comes once a month with a different project. So this month has been embroidery, which I've never done before, and I've actually really enjoyed doing it. So I've learnt my satin stitch, very exciting. I've learnt me what are they called, French knots, I think. These little bobbly ones, they were dead hard, but I've mastered them now. So this, believe it or not, is going to be a meadow clock. Let me try and show you what it'll look like in the end. Thought I'd lost the little booklet. But in the end, it's going to be a little clock. Look how cute that is. Actually, do you know what? Looking at that compared to that, that's not a bad effort. Get all the threads, I think the mechanisms are in here. So it's just great, I love it, and I feel like it's perfect at the moment for the fact that we're all stuck indoors. So I'm going to do a little bit more of this, I think. I feel like Adam's probably going to dive back onto Call of Duty. correct? Yes.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I feel like this shows the colours a bit better actually. I've just messed around with the camera a bit and that looks loads better. So that's my work so far, my handiwork. I'm quite proud of it. And it's actually quite nice because as I've gone longer with it and continued with it, I feel like I've got loads better. So like these are my most recent parts here, which I feel look quite good. Especially compared to these, like I feel like I've got loads better, so that's cool. Anyway, that's Makebox. I'll leave it linked in the description box down below if you're interested. That evening light. Looking very yellow right now. I feel like there's settings that I can... There's definitely settings I can do to change this, but I don't know what they are. I feel like I might have actually made that bit better. Unexpectedly. We sign off for the day.
Sorry, someone else has just joined the party.
Oh. We have a late arrival for the evening. Been sleeping upstairs and now coming to sleep on a lap downstairs. How are you?
There it is, there's the angle.
Aww. Ready for the evening. What a day it's been. How are you finding working from home?
I feel the first like 3 hours a day are good.
Yeah.
And then I get a bit hungry and the afternoon is basically...
Dwindles.
Teas, coffees, searching for chocolate.
At least there's someone to make them for you.
One of us is always distracting the other.
No, I think we're doing quite well.
Okay.
Well, I've still smashed my to-do list. I don't know what you've been doing.
I've also smashed my to-do list.
There you go. We're doing good.
But...
I mean, quite early days. Right. Happy Valley?
I need to mentally
Yeah.
Prepare.
So we're currently watching a show on Netflix called Happy Valley. If you're looking for Netflix recommendations while you're stuck indoors, really recommend the show called Happy Valley. It's like a British drama set in the north. And how do you describe it? Gritty.
I describe someone as gritty. I don't know if it is gritty.
It is gritty. It is a bit scary. The main baddie in it is...
He's terrifying.
Scary. But it's really good. Gripping.
I think the last 5 minutes of every episode I'm just like... It's so good because last night one finished and I was just like, what are you doing? Put the next one on!
Thanks for joining us in our first hours of home isolation. It's been a wild ride.
I feel like the content is going to be quite repetitive.
I am a little concerned about what the hell I'm going to fill these videos with. I have to be honest.
You're going to have to pivot into like, we have to be one of those couples who prank each other all day.
My next task is that I'm going to go around the entire house and write a massive ultimate list of everything that needs doing in this house, and I'm just going to work my way through it. While I can't go anywhere else.
I'm just going to go for the pranking thing.
Everybody else's videos are surely going to be this boring because you can't do anything.
I'll like learn to juggle or something.
Yeah, we can all learn new skills in this time.
If anyone wants to come over and give me a haircut.
Wow. That is some hat hair right there.
I don't really know, it's somewhere between, like this side's business slick. And this side's emo.
I hate that side. This is the boyfriend I want now. That was the boyfriend I had when I was 60. Thanks for watching. Ta-ta for now. Bye.